Weekends used to mean one thing: waking up early, switching on the TV, and watching my favorite characters come to life. Pokémon, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh! These weren't just shows, they were my world. After the episodes, I'd grab my backpack full of cards and head to meet my friends. We weren't trading for value, we were trading for joy. I still remember staring at the shiny ones, carefully separating them, protecting them like treasure. That was my earliest form of collecting. Pure, simple, emotional. As I got older, life pulled me in different directions. But something always stayed with me, that feeling. In my 20s, I started watching One Piece. At first, it was just curiosity. But over time, the story, the depth, the characters, they stayed with me. And slowly the collector inside me began to stir again. Then came 2020, lockdowns, stillness, and a box of my old Pokémon cards. Suddenly, I wasn't just remembering my childhood. I was holding it in my hands. With a little more freedom and a little more budget, I made a decision to rebuild, to collect again, but this time with purpose. I started chasing the cards I always loved. Not just the rarest, but the ones that meant something. And right when the One Piece TCG launched, that spark turned into a fire. Today, I focus mostly on One Piece. Cards that tell stories, cards that carry weight. But I also collect vintage Pokémon, not just for rarity, but for what they remind me of. Moments, friends, feelings. I even collect modern pieces now. If they're beautiful, if they inspire me, or if they were created by artists I admire. I grade my cards to preserve them, to admire them, to protect them. Maybe one day, to pass them down. Yes, value matters, prestige matters. But that's not the reason I collect. I don't see myself selling my collection. Not unless life forces me to. These aren't just slabs. They're parts of who I am. So, if you're someone who collects with meaning, or maybe someone just starting again, this channel is for you. I'll be sharing pieces of my collection, stories behind the cards, and what it truly means to be a collector. This is Grand Line Grails. Welcome aboard.